Hey, Master Trainer Peter, back with another set of playlists for Ring Fit Adventure, and I wanted to look into something a little bit different today. You see, when we think of training ourselves, we think of working ourselves really hard, making ourselves sweat so much that Ring has to point it out.
Your sweat is so shiny and beautiful!
But there is more to physical fitness than tearing our muscles to shreds, so I wanted to make a few playlists aimed at recovery days. This means less intense exercise that gets you moving at a lighter pace and will hopefully help loosen tight areas you've worked on during previous harder sessions. I mean, it could be that maybe you're coming back to Ring Fit after an absence, or you've been sick, or frankly, maybe you're just not feeling it at the moment. It happens, it really happens, and you know, if you can get yourself in the mood to turn the console on and do something light, well, that is exactly what these playlists are aimed at. Ring Fit doesn't judge, we don't either. I just want you to move, okay? Now, get your water and towel ready, warm up well, and let's get into some movement. And just a quick one for you, all of the reps are adaptable in here to your own fitness level. I will point that out again during the playlists, but just so you know, okay? I genuinely feel a great way to get yourself recovered and refreshed is by having fun. So here are some fun fit skills to play with, as well as some other fun levels to access the fun parts behind exercise. There's a lot of variety here, but there isn't anything too hard. Now we start with some light jogging areas. This is to help with warming up, and I have gone for beginner and disturbance meadow here as they are easily accessible, but if you have particular levels that you enjoy, like for me personally I really love push-pull shrine, you can swap those in here as well. The important thing is to get moving. We then go for a twist. Plant your feet and twist from your shoulders for the standing twist. There should only be light movement in the hips here, and then raise your arms and stretch for the overhead arm twist. The rotation at the shoulder joint should be very light as well. Now get into some mini games and go for some good scores. I've chosen Crate Crasher and Bootstrap Tower as I found these are possibly the most entertaining ones for me. For Crate Crasher, have feet planted shoulder width apart and aim for the balloons, especially the gold ones, to maximise your score. Bootstrap Tower will have you swinging down with the shoulders, so stand tall with your chest slightly puffed and raise your arms up. Squeeze in and throw your arm down in a sweeping motion to move. Next, we try out some rhythm mode, and I've got arms and legs style sessions for Snow Mountain and Grasslands as my options, but again, these are able to be swapped out if you prefer a different song. Next, stand tall and raise your arms for overhead hip shake. Generate the movement from your hips, keep your core tight to get the right movement from this, and then we go into Warrior 2 pose. Bend your leading leg at the knee and make sure you place your foot far enough in front to get the most out of this stretch, as this will get the hip flexors and adductors much better. The reps are adaptable, as I said, so do what feels right for you and have fun. That's the main thing here. A great style of recovery session can centre around stretching and yoga, so that's where we'll focus here. After a good warm-up, we're going to cycle through 5 moves. Starting at Warrior 1, we stretch out our hips in the lunge and upper back with the upright arms. Really reach for this and then bend to the side. We'll then go for hinge pose and standing forward fold. These stretch out the hamstrings well, whilst also getting light horizontal abduction with the shoulders for hinge pose and some stretching for the lower back with the standing forward fold. Rotate your arms as best as possible and focus on the movement from the hips here. Next, rock into the chair pose to focus your stretching at the shoulders and back. You'll feel a bit of lactic acid burn up in your quads for this one, so shake them out after before going into the relaxing Warrior 2 pose. Bend your leading leg at the knee and make sure you place your foot far enough out to get the most out of this stretch, as this will get the hip flexors and adductors very well. Also, puff your chest to maximise the stretch on your chest. Now, repeat these 5 stretches as much as you wish. I do 3 repeats minimum personally, but go for more if you feel up to it. And this one is more about moving gently and getting your heart rate up a little bit to energise you. This is why it focuses on simple cardio areas and some easier aerobic moves. The intention here is to just go gently and steadily, mimicking low intensity steady state training or LISS training. This means that we are going to start with jogging, and we've got 3 in a row for you. I've selected ones with hashtag aerobic and hashtag stamina, transient tempo, beginner and starting block bridge, and these are adaptable to taste. Go steady, keeping an even pace throughout these levels. Next, go into side step and knee lift, 2 aerobic movements that need a bit of your rhythm. With these, it's okay to not quite match the speed of the rhythm, just make sure you're going at a steady pace and doing the movements correctly. Next up is standing twist, so plant your feet shoulder width apart and twist from the shoulders and torso. so the hip movement should be relatively minimal. Then focus on the hips with the overhead hip shake. It's an easy movement but allows for a decent stretch on the upper body. Brace the core and shake from your hips. Then we round it all out with 3 more steady jogging areas. I went for Beginner, Disturbance Meadow and Treasure Pass as they're all under the same hashtags as before, but again this is to taste. Just ensure you're keeping steady pace throughout. The reps for the fit skills are adaptable here and the playlist can be repeated to taste. And there we go, some low-key routines for when you're feeling a more relaxed session or if you're looking for active recovery. I figured this is a little different to my normal sessions, but recovery is where we make our gains and doing some stretching and breathing based exercises can be incredibly beneficial to us. Thanks for your time today. If you like what you see, please leave a like on the video and hit subscribe for more fitness gaming content. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.